Hello, welcome back, Therapy Talkers. My name is Pauline, and we have our lovely Tammy with us today. So we are going to talk about burnout. This is a term that we have heard a lot of, but what is it actually? So we're going to get into that a little later, but it's a term that's used around work settings, especially work that involves like helping other people, so helping professionals, so like teachers, physicians, nurses, all those people, therapists like Tammy and I, we experience a lot of burnout. But unfortunately, burnout it's not only limited to those types of jobs. It's any type of job, really. And so our goal today is to explore, define what burnout is so that you can leave this session with tips and tricks on how to manage your burnout and like find signs or identify signs within yourself so that you can work through those things. Okay, but you have to stay to the end to learn about these awesome tips and tricks from your favorite therapist. Tammy, how are you?
I am good, Pauline. I was thinking when we had this topic about burnout, just how I've been doing lately. Personally, I know a lot of people have been experiencing burnout, so I think this is a very great topic to cover. Burnout for me often is just exhaustion. Sometimes I can't regulate my emotions. I feel overwhelmed. It almost feels like a tightening of the chest and anxiety. But we're going to get into what is typical symptoms of burnout. But Pauline, how do you know when you're burned out?
Ooh, I used to not know. I'm going to say that. I'll just be honest because
I agree with that.
I've learned, and a saying I've been using a lot this past year is just because I'm capable doesn't mean I should or have to do it, right? So I'm capable of doing a lot. And so that's why I'm saying that I don't really know what burnout is for me, but now I know. And I've learned that towards like the middle of the week, end of the week, my head gets kind of like foggy and my body is so fatigued, even not because I'm doing physical activity. That's a different feeling, but it's like picking up my arm just feels so heavy.
Yes.
And thinking about I need to eat just feels like a chore. Things feel like a chore to me. And that's my sign that, girl, you are burnt like toast.
I don't like burnt toast. I like my toast lightly toasted.
Lightly toasted. Not even butter can rescue that toast.
Oh, burnout is for real. Oh my gosh.
And something that like I think we need to emphasize is like compassion fatigue. What that means is, we have decreased empathy, and empathy is probably the number one thing that Tammy and I need in our profession to be your favorite therapist. It's just something that we need. And so when we're burnt out, that is very low. That means we're not really listening. Alarming. We're tired. We're just like, why am I here? Right. Yeah. Anything else to add to that?
I would agree. And again, if we just look over the last couple of years and working with mental health, personally speaking, when we have lots of people coming in and they have the same types of stress and same types of issues going on around them, and then we have the pandemic on top of it. Empathy can be hard to tap into when you're feeling it yourself. So it's really good to look for signs and symptoms and ways to help you get out of that funk. I think everybody has it. Pauline and I are admitting that we have it too. It's a real feeling, and you need to get a handle on it before it gets out of control. So empathy is huge. If I have lack of empathy, then I'm not a good therapist.
A lousy therapist.
Yes, that sounds awful. But yes, it's true.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad we can, hold ourselves accountable in that way and say, when you're doing this, that means you need to have tapped out a long time ago, but you didn't recognize it. So you're here now. Do something about it. Yeah. So that's what today's content is about. Go ahead and hit that like button because you already like it. You're still watching, and subscribe to our growing channel.
Yes.
All right, Tammy, what is burnout?
Let's talk about what is burnout. Thanks, Pauline. Burnout is a prolonged response to a chronic emotional and interpersonal stressor or stressors on the job. And it results in the psychological syndrome of emotional exhaustion. And we're going to break that down. What is emotional exhaustion? It is, or it can look like overload, personal conflict. It can look into disassociation. It can look like reduced stress or personal accomplishment. It can be decreased feelings or competence in productivity as you work. So maybe you normally are really productive and all of a sudden you are not. So what causes burnout? I've heard that question in the back. What causes burnout is work life, poor work life. Oh my goodness, Pauline, and life balance.
Are you burnt out, girl? Are you burnt out?
I am burnt out. I am the burnt toast.
Oh no.
Throw me some butter. Moving on. Sorry about that. Working close contact, gosh, I can't read today, with those experiencing stressors of a sensitive or triggering nature. So like Pauline says, people in the working profession can really struggle with this. Feeling lack of control or stuck at work. Maybe your job is not rewarding. This can all cause burnout. Unsupportive work environment. Raise your hand if you've ever been in an unsupportive work environment.
But we ain't there no more.
Nope. We are our own boss. And then last but not least, but obviously not limited to, but unfairness or discrimination. So let's talk about, why does burnout matter? Previous research indicates that increased levels of burnout can be linked to taking an early retirement, switching jobs or careers, marital or relationship conflicts, increased depression, increased substance abuse, and suicide. Please watch our former video that we had on suicide if you have questions about that. Something to note, and I found this very interesting, is that physicians, not throwing any physicians under the bus by any means, but physicians who are burned out, and I could probably even say therapists who are burned out, have a decreased bedside manner or just decreased manners in general, and they have higher rates of medical errors. I found that to be very interesting. So let's look at the signs of burnout. So here is a pretty hefty list, so get your pen handy. Anxiety, headaches, lack of sleep. Ooh, this is my list, Polly. Fatigue, dread, negative attitude, low mood, difficulty concentrating, lack of creativity. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Yes, lack of creativity, low commitment to the role, loss of purpose in life, maybe absenteeism. You're calling in a little bit more frequently to work, anger, low morale, job turnover, emotional numbness, and frustration. Whew, that is a big list, Pauline, of signs of burnout. I wonder how many of our audience members out there have any of these symptoms.
Yeah. Or you've experienced it and you're realizing, oh, wait.
Yeah.
That was a sign.
Yeah. Speaking of symptoms, can you tell us some symptoms to watch out for?
Yes, like physical symptoms, right? That could look like just exhaustion, like I talked about, physically feeling exhausted, body aches, headaches, gut issues, you're not really digesting your food well, high blood pressure because you're stressed out, impaired sleep, low immune system. So you're getting sick quite often, right? It could be flu, it could be cold, it could be something. And also muscle tension. I hold a lot of tension in my shoulder. So that's another sign for me to like note, wait, I am feeling burnt. Do something about it. Okay, so you've gotten to the very end and we did say that we will, share some ways to reduce burnout. Okay. Sometimes burnout is because of the job we have, and that means we need to explore other options. And you can do that by speaking to a career counselor or career coach. Using your vacation and time off. Some of us wait to the end of the year to do those things, or the whole use it before or you're going to lose it. And then you're scrambling to take that time off. Use your sick days, right? Because your immune system is low. You're getting sick. but you're not taking that time off because you're like, they need me, right? It's your job responsibility to have more workers, not yours. You don't keep the company alive. Practice self-care. We talk about self-care quite often. We have a video on that. But self-care is anything that you find very relaxing. Could be reading, could be swimming, could be massage, like things like that. It's not limited to only traveling, because we can't all do that. And so just know your coping skills, your favorite hobbies and interests is part of self-care. So exercising, healthy nutrition, relaxation time before work, during work, and after work. All those things are important. Yeah, so take that 15-minute break that they give you. I think it happens twice in certain jobs. You know, I remember when I had a job where I had to clock in and out, I didn't smoke, but I realized smokers took a lot of breaks. So guess what, yes. Tammy, I was going out and taking smoke breaks with the smokers because why not?
Why not? Yeah, that was really smart.
Yes. Also, having like a new perception on your job or career. This could look like, if you're going in with a negative attitude, or like going in a way of, man, they're not going to do anything about the complaints my concerns I've put in. Well, that means you need to look at it in a different way. Sometimes your job can provide the things you're asking them to do, and you have to come to terms with that. So that would look like acceptance. It doesn't mean you like what's going on, but it's more so for your mental health. You're going to accept that you can give me this, and can I give me that? So use that information to help you move forward in whichever direction that is. Meet with a mental health professional to help you with stress management. Make work besties. This is my favorite one. Why? Because that's how Tammy and I met. We were work besties. Yep. And she would buy what I call monkey bread. Food. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Oh my gosh. And it wasn't monkey bread.
It wasn't. I just named it that.
You did. It was so cute.
And then one last thing is going to be setting boundaries, work boundaries. We have a whole content on boundaries, and we talk about professional boundaries. So if your boss is saying, can you come work a double? And you know darn well you can't. Sis, have a seat. Cousin, have a seat. That your time off is your time off. If you want to make extra income, sure, work the double, but also be mindful on what you're experiencing and stuff like that, so that you don't burn yourself out, that you can't go to work on your regular shift.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of that, healthy boundaries, I'm like, okay, so yeah, you might look at the monetary gift that it might give you. You get time and a half or other things, but at what expense? Is it good to like say to your boss or whomever, like, yeah, I'll do that, in the back of your mind, like, I wish I didn't do that. I mean, look at like the payout of it. Is it worth it to like be gray on your boundaries or not tell people what you want? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not to say we don't understand why people work overtime.
Right, absolutely.
We get it. I've been that person, but it's not sustainable is what we're saying.
Right, exactly. So you made it to the end of the show. So Pauline and I are curious, if you found this video helpful, please let us know in the comments. If you felt burned out before, and I'm pretty sure you have, let us know what has been helpful for you. Come back later. There'll be more videos. Thanks for watching, and stay safe. And mostly, we want you to be kind to yourself.
Bye.
Bye.